So I think we're live. Live stream progress is showing now. Don't want to show that. Let's see. This camera's a little bit more difficult to get going with. Also, let me do this microphone. Because we're going to walk outside. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Really happy y'all are here. We're going to try to be live for a little while, for the most part. Dang, dude, I should have set up my audio on this thing, first things first. Ooh, it may not connect. Let me try to get this microphone going. I could be better at this, but it's going. Dang, dude, am I really not able to do any kind of features to it? Dang, good. I want to be mic'd up. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope y'all have been having a blessed year, a happy year, and really hope y'all are having a great day, and hopefully you can be getting stuffed here later by eating so much. Dang, dude. I don't want to end the live just to connect. I swear I did it last time. I was able to... What happens if I press this button? Ooh, no, continue live stream. I don't want to do that. Ooh, really can't do the setting on it. Man, I have a microphone in my truck that I know I used last with it. That's just crappy. This thing won't automatically connect like it usually does. My bad. I should have been much more prepared. You were just about to go to bed. Slip socks. Where you at, brother? You got to be somewhere kind of crazy, huh? Dang, I might have to go get the microphone out of the truck real quick to see if that one's automatically going to connect. Or this thing right here, if I connect to it, it'll probably connect straight to... Let me try something. I'm going to try to get it figured out, guys. I like having things just work. I don't even know if there is a port. I ain't use this adapter. South Australia, brother. Got a few viewers from Australia. Man, y'all have some really cool stuff over there. I do plan on getting on the computer later too. I want to see about all right, dude. I think I got y'all through. Okay, it looks like y'all are through the microphone, so I believe it's working. Auburn, Georgia. So I've never been through. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure I've been through Auburn, Georgia. Y'all's audio is about to get crazy if I don't set this thing onto something. Give me a second. Watching from Van Cleve, brother. Used to live there for a while. Still love it. I'd want to move back. If the housing in Van Cleve wasn't so dang crazy. Man. Alright, cool. Cool. The housing market is insane in Van Cleve. It is, I mean, you ain't finding nothing for a good price by any means. But what I do want, especially with what we do and everything, is property, more land, and the, and like, you know, the house and everything with it. And Van Cleve is just nice and quiet out there, a little bit more quiet, less things to worry about. Happy Thanksgiving as well. Yes, we do have some football. I actually don't even know what teams are playing right now. I'm going to look on that. I haven't been too concerned with NFL, at least. I've been all over. Yeah, Cowboys always play. Right. Yeah. So Cowboys, Chiefs, Bengals, Ravens, Packers, and Lions. I got to go for the Ravens against the Bengals because my buddy, his wife, and them too, they both love the Ravens. I don't think they're having a good year this year. I can check their stats. 6-5. I mean, that's pretty decent. You know, I may get them to the playoffs. I don't think they're kicked out of it from that. Hey, dude, you can get your citizenship, do it the proper way and everything. Get on over here. I think y'all have not a terrible time, or get a visa and everything. Just come hang out for a while. U.S. is awesome. Really looking at, okay, so for later and what y'all may be interested into, I don't know how much some of y'all like the video games and everything. I've been looking into the game Arc Raiders for a minute. I feel like that's one I'd get addicted to though. So maybe that's something we'll download and we'll start playing. Solos, I heard it's a really friendly atmosphere. Duos, or if my wife gets it and everything too, that may be a little bit tough. She'd have to get used to the mechanics. Yeah, man, I'm hearing so many good things about Arc Raiders. I'm ready for the new GTA at this point. I'm so upset they keep pushing it back on there. But maybe Grand Theft Auto again sooner or later. I was just looking up this one traffic light in Naples, Florida that y'all would like to see. I almost want to drive over there. It's about a 10-hour drive though, and make a video on it. But the whole thing is connected. Whenever we do get on the computer, and I'll stream off of the computer and the camera and everything, face cam and stuff, I'll be able to pull it up. We'll go on Google Earth and check out a bunch of stuff. Yes, let's see, you say GTA 6 is coming out November 19th, 26. They'll probably delay it again. A Power Washer game on PS5 is pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm all in on that, dude. I tried doing City Skylines 2, and I don't know what it is, man. I connect all the underground side. I wish I can, like, subcontract out. I would love to just handle the traffic division on City Skylines 2 and play around with it. And sub out like the underground for the sewer and the water and everything. I'll be like, there's a line running everywhere, and these big people are complaining about not having water or not being, like this and that. I'm like, I don't know. So I enjoy the traffic side and playing around and like doing the commercial areas and the construction stuff for it. But then on the dang underground side, people just complain, like all the stuff. And what I'll do when you have like, and maybe it was City Skylines 1 and not 2, but whenever I have too many complaints on a building, I just demo the building and then rebuild. What NASCAR favorite driver? Man, I would have to say Jimmy Johnson back in the day. He was one we always watched a bunch. I haven't been into it the past few years. I know some of the big dogs. There's a good handful that are in there. I do like, I ought to think about his name real quick. He'll be one of the ones that pop up. He gets into a lot of fights, it seems like, but I like him because he's double entertainment. He's going to be on the top of one of the ones, I know it. Kyle Larson is still in there. That's got to be somebody's son then. That name was familiar way back when. Joey Logano. I kind of liked him when he first started racing. And then Kyle Busch, dude, just get on out of here, brother. I'm with you. Dude's a hell of a driver, but he was always pressed up during that time. Jimmy Johnson was having that run where he won like 5 championships or something like that. And so, you got to hate on one or the other. That's like if you're a Dale Earnhardt fan, then you can't be a Jeff Gordon fan. And if you're a Jeff Gordon fan, then you had to hate on, Dale Earnhardt as well. They were, dude was a legend, R.I.P. Kurt Busch quit NASCAR in 2023. I got you. Okay, he did. I was about to say, is Kyle Busch still on there? I'm doing good, number station. How are you doing today? Awesome, dude. Now y'all getting me into the NASCAR talk. Dale Jr. So I was a big fan of Dale Jr. for a while, and everything, especially after Dale Earnhardt passed away. And in such, I mean, like the equipment, the safety equipment they have now in those vehicles compared to when they did, because you look at that accident that Dale Earnhardt was in and you're like, that doesn't look that bad. He just gets pushed into the wall, and then, I mean, he goes for a while where he's getting pushed, but you wouldn't think a driver would have died in that one versus some of the accidents you've seen now where cars get like demolished and completely turned into nothing. Had that one dude where another dude hit his front end. That one crazy accident maybe like 8 years ago, where his car was on fire and almost like no pieces left of it, but he still climbed out and was just fine. So it's crazy. Headed to church. God bless you, brother. I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving. 8 to 12, over a foot of snow. Brother, we got that for the first time almost ever in the past like 100 years in South Mississippi on the beginning of this year. We got like 9 inches at the house. But y'all probably, I mean, if you're up north, you're getting that constantly. 8 to 12 inches of snow. I'm glad. It's 40 degrees here this morning, or was. I'm sure it's still somewhat 40 degrees. I'm not excited about that at all. It's cold for me. I'm not a fan. How'd y'all like yesterday's video, by the way? So obviously, I left the current employment that I was in, the contractor I was in, for not really doing full-time work with them anymore, but on the maintenance calls, and I know there were some questions about that, but so on the maintenance calls and like emergency calls, because they have a contract between Gulfport, D'Iberville, Hattiesburg, MDOT calls them all the time. We do a lot of work in Pascagoula, and just different places like that. So still like kind of, it's like an on-call gig, but they're keeping me on payroll and just like an hourly amount for when I do go out and work, but it's a hell of a lot less, and I can focus more on the content creation and the videos, especially even when going out there and doing it. Obviously, I'm gonna do my job and, you know, get it done and be proper and everything with it. But I'm also able to focus more on the videos. I know y'all are staring at this cup, by the way. So this is a koozie Wavetronic sent me a while back, or gave me. And this is a 3D printed mock-up of their XP21. And yes, we also, it's really the traffic control side of the MUTCD, but I had the full book somewhere, for the 2009 edition at least. Had the full book somewhere, but I think I've lost my full MUTCD. Trying out some new shades too. You'll see them. Not sponsored at all, but which places would. Shady Rays. Also, yeah, go put the, oh, well, here, come on, guys. We got to go put a turkey on, or, babe, you carry it. I'll follow with a camera. It's Turkey Day plans. Really like the videos. I appreciate it, brother. And not really much on the plans of today. Eldorado. But, you know, eat a lot of good food, hopefully. The wife has been preparing. Hell, it was probably my least involvement in a Thanksgiving, like, cooking day. Here she is right now. I'll follow her around. Yeah, in a moment. She got that turkey. What you put on it, baby? Rub. You got to tell the people. Rub? Awesome. Yeah, she's real good with the video stuff and everything. What, keeping it in the container?
Yeah, it's like the juices for the gravy.
Hold on, I gotta make sure they can all see. What can y'all see, brother? Gravy. 50. I think that's gonna be all right. Okay, look at you go. Get up in there. She said she don't need no man. What'd you do with your hand there, right there at the end? Little chilly out here, I tell you what. Oh man, there ain't no way that it's getting bad service out here. Last time we did this, I had perfect service back here.
Yeah, you even got the extender right here.
Yeah, right. I don't know why it ain't working. Hopefully, it's coming in pretty good. We do have a little fire going. The kids were playing by it a second ago. Look, dude. If it gets too choppy, we're going to go back in, I guess. And I'll figure that out. Ooh, let's put some more wood up on the fire. Cold out here, you know. Y'all staring at my butt. That's all the wood I got. Dang. All right. I'm going to see if it starts looking good. I think it ain't working too well. My Wi-Fi is sucking. 6, 7. Let's go back indoors a little bit because I think I'm having issues with the internet connection. Dang, dude. Or maybe just get real close to the door. Because I have a Wi-Fi extent, or this one ain't even a mesh system. This is the, so it should all be Wi-Fi 7 and everything. Like, I don't know why it would. Y'all tell me, is the stream lacking or anything? Y'all let me know. 55 of y'all in here too, man. I appreciate y'all. Maybe we can get that 6, 7 in there, 6, 7, whatever y'all doing, whatever somebody just tried to make me say in the comments. And if y'all have kids and they can hear it, y'all are probably real upset with me now. They're probably saying it too. 8 feet tall, so inside the living room, our ceiling height gets. I'd actually have to pull a tape measure because at the peak of the pitch of the roof, it's probably like closer to 12, but then everywhere else is around 8. And there, definitely want that little taller ceiling height. F4 40 power, brother. I appreciate you and thank you for commenting. I'm glad everything is. Jovette, how's it going, brother? Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. I try my best to heal up the traffic lights, man. It looks choppy on my screen, so maybe it's something I got going on. Let me refresh it on my screen. On this, which, I mean, y'all can still see me and everything like that. I'm just trying to go back to my stuff now. Wow, dude. You know, it's so much more complicated than you would give it to be to just find the live. Alright, well, hopefully it's not choppy. I don't know. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. E-Pack. What's your plans, Jovit? What you doing for Thanksgiving up there in man, by the fancy zoo that y'all have? Can't remember which state it was though. I might have to get on Google Earth because I've seen something earlier that is in Naples, Florida, and I'm pretty sure I've seen it a while back. But freaking amazing intersection. I want to go drive down there and check it out. They pretty much, I mean, I know a lot of y'all, or I've seen it as like a monopole going from one side to the other of an intersection, but they got it squared off the entire intersection on like a monopole connected with 4 shafts. Omaha, Nebraska. So, nah, it wasn't even Nebraska. That I had a flight not long ago to Utah, and one of the people I sat by, they said, like, flying in, because Utah is just absolutely stunning and everything too, but Montana as well. But I'm sure Nebraska, you know, I'm sure Nebraska is beautiful as well up there. It is. It is cold right now. I mean, it's like 40 something out here today. Hopefully it stays a little bit better. Get over by the fire, but it looks like the internet's not working as good. But we do have a turkey on. We got the Bluey scooter on there. Let's go back in for a moment. What you doing? You want to go sit by the fire? You gonna go sit by the fire? Avery, you gonna say hey? Yeah, you got to get by the microphone here. Yep, working in D'Iberville yesterday. So we got, I know y'all can't see me right now because the kids are trying to get on the camera. We got turkey. Priscilla's gonna have to list off everything. Please don't drop this camera, Avery. I could have picked you up.
Hi.
You know.
Hi. Happy
This is Avery,
Thanksgiving.
Bailey. Yep.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep, they heard you. Say it too, Avery.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, I'm telling you. Yeah, Utah, I mean, I'm not Mormon, but I could see myself living there. That's for sure. I mean, oh yeah, I'm on here. Do they want to say hey too? Here, they on it right now. Hold on, how do I zoom into your phone? There you go. That's Priscilla's mama and sister.
He's gone, but
I don't know. I got to zoom back out, and y'all see my fat chin. That's about it. Yeah, they say it looks great. I don't know what's on that thing, but hey, that's copyright. Can you turn it down?
turn the TV down, Bailey.
Yeah, turn it down, please.
Yeah.
The Macy Day Parade is on. Dang, dude. Oh, look, dark right there. Is on. I got a lot of copyright stuff going on behind me. Man, we ought to start drinking right now. You know what I'm saying? I barely drink, but I save my days for days like these. You know, where I get to hang out with my friends that are online, and Thanksgiving. Put the vest on. Not right now. Well, restroom kids now. All right, back in the room. I'm telling y'all right now. So, if y'all would be in to Arc Raiders, I'm sure y'all would. I mean, it wouldn't actually make too much of a difference because if I just want to play it, I'll play it. These are actually pretty nice, by the way. Somebody recommended them because I had a pair of Costas break in half, and then when I tried to do the warranty on the Costas, they wanted to charge me like close to $200. Stream isn't quite the same without the high-vis jacket. I'm telling you what, dude. Well, look, got the vest on the back side right there. Somebody recommended Shady Rays, and these things are only like $23 on Black Friday. Not sponsored, but I wish they would pay me a little bit. But they're fairly decent. If y'all are looking for sunglasses. Dang, dude, I got so much junk just everywhere on my desk. I feel like at least. Could be worse, I guess. Your extended family. They're always trying to sell me an extended car warranty. But if y'all want to watch out, oh yeah, smoked turkey. Yeah, that's the only way we do it. I mean, for the past 4 or 5 years or so, maybe more now, it's only been smoked turkey. We don't. Oven can be great, and deep frying a little too bad for you and everything. Give it credit; it comes out really good if you deep fry it. But I'm all about the smoked turkey. I think it comes out perfect every time. And then right when it hits because you want to pull it at around 160 on the breast internal, and never listen to that little popper thing that's on a turkey because it doesn't work. You know, you're going to overcook your turkey every time. You want to pull it around 160, but when the bird hits like 145 internal, crank that thing up and you'll get like a nice crisp on the skin. And we spatchcock it every time too, and comes out beautiful. I tell y'all what. Columbus, Ohio uses Oryx and Econolite products. I was recently invited to a show, the Gulf Region ITS show, and I mean, got a little tied up with work to even really break off and go, for one, and then two, they didn't want to provide a couple extra tickets for the people that, you know, I worked for, and it was just 2 extra tickets. They were fine with me coming in and doing promotion and doing the products and everything, but I was like, brother, I mean, if you can't get 2 tickets, I'm not even too sure if I want to come at that point. So, yeah. But there, a lot of Oryx products would have been there. Econolite. Happy Thanksgiving, Carter. I do appreciate the $2 super chat. Thank you, friend. Yeah, it's about the best way to go. Oh, beef. Dude, if beef prices weren't so dang freaking expensive right now, I mean, I was looking for a prime rib roast or a ribeye roast, or, I mean, could have done like a rump roast or something and it still would have came out. The smoker is just the best way to do it, in my opinion, altogether. And but beef prices are insane. They want, like, I want to say last year, ribeye roast got down to like $10 or less a pound for the roast and everything where I'm at. And right now you can't find anything under $20 a pound, and it's just crazy. Yeah, oh, dude, it is. I appreciate it, EPAC. But Jovette, dude, you're 100% right on prime rib for Christmas. So we usually, like, if turkeys come down in price, which I think there was some that were cheap enough, because sometimes they'll come down to like 49 cents a pound, we'll like fill the deep freezer up with them and then just cook them throughout the year, because I love turkey meat and healthy, eat it throughout the year. It's all real good. But then during Thanksgiving, and also prime rib, if that comes down in price and you can get it. Winn-Dixie once had a sale on it where it was like $5 a pound. I bought 4 or 5 of them damn things at one time. But we'll cook those as well, and that's awesome for Christmas. Scared turkey more of a chicken. We normally grill around Thanksgiving holidays. Yeah, I agree. You're American. Put a full cow on the barbecue. Sam, dude, I ain't against it. I for what it's worth right now, but that's even gone up a little bit. But I think you can get a full cow or a quarter cow for like $8 or $9 a pound now and get all the cuts off of it. So I'm tempted to go buy like a quarter cow and just fill the deep freezer and have, you know, a bunch of ground beef and steaks and Heinz and whatever else we can get out of it. I'd like to try that out one time. Yeah, if I had a smoker big enough. I mean, we had it one time. We did a whole pig one time, but the company came out and set up a pit, and then I don't think they set it or sent a guy. I think we ended up, you know, cooking it and everything. But you just get like a crap ton of pulled pork, is at least how it came out for us. We just did a dumb amount of pulled pork. Really and truly, I mean, for price-wise, doing some pork loins, that's probably the best route to go, because you still get that fairly cheap per pound, and cut it up and do like a big roast, a pork roast, and then do pork chops with the rest of it. Oh, brother, like how big of a nugget ice machine you talking about on there? But we got like we may still have it. Priscilla had it for a while, but it was a little countertop nugget ice machine, and she loved that thing it made the Sonic ice, you know. But, you know, you can also go to Sonic, and for a few bucks, they sell you like a 10 or 20 pound bag of ice. Crazy how much ice has got. Now I can just complain about how expensive everything is nowadays for forever. Yeah, so we would just always fill that thing up with water, and then what we would do is pull the freezer, which our fridge now, it has the little ice and the water spigot on it. But we would pull the bucket out of the freezer and just dump that ice into it, and then you would have a big tray full of that Sonic ice. Yeah, Sonic does it, and then I know I've done it at Jack's before. It was one job I was on where I think it was a Jack's, they would sell a 20-pound bag of ice cheaper than what you could go to the gas station for. So that was like my morning routine. I'd hit up the drive-thru in Jack's and just like order ice to fill up the coolers and, you know, use the company card and everything. Yeah, for ice, distilled water is good for. I don't recommend like just drinking it all the time because you need the, unless you're drinking electrolytes and amino acids and stuff, you need to have the salt in your body and everything too. Distilled water will just kind of quickly flush it out to where, I want to say you get like dehydrated because of the water you're drinking. Raising Cane's, they probably do it too. Well, Sheetz and Wawa, those are gas stations, huh? There. I've never been to a Wawa's. I've heard good things. Sheetz I've been to, and I wasn't a crazy fan of like their food and stuff like that. But you know, that was just things I tried, and that was I think in Tennessee. I think I was able to find a Sheetz at. We don't have those around us. We have like everything else for the most part. Dang, one thing I did just think about is what this microphone hooked up this way. Quick Trip. Quick Trip has a good ice machine. I do agree. And Quick Trip has great food and has the great like kiosk thing. You can order food. I get their wraps and everything. Their turkey wraps and double meat on them. Them things are thick, boys. But should be doing food reviews on Quick Trip and stuff as well. And they have good pizza and everything. I think for $10 you get this massive pizza that's like filling as heck too. Quick Trip's probably my favorite gas station, as long as you don't, and I mean, even over Buc-ee's, I like a Quick Trip more, but Buc-ee's is like a convenience store or souvenir shop almost. Yeah, it's a little sequence board inside of, probably have it in the Redhead. I think I have it in the Redhead. Got a few, and these things they're harder to find now, just like an already pre-set up sequence board microcontroller for the traffic lights. But you know, obviously extension cord wired up to that guy, and then all the LEDs are wired to the sequence board as well. And then it just changes off of that one. I got a couple more in the garage that are just taking up too much space, but I'm kind of tempted to put on my back wall. What I really want to do is put a shelf, and anything y'all send to a PO box, I'll put on the shelf for the backdrop of the room. Or I can set up 2 3-section heads that are solid, plug them in, and then have the arrow as well. So then it's like a actual by the MUTCD approved or like proper approach that you'd be driving through. Oh, brother, I'm telling you, I love some brisket. Yeah, Buc-ee's, again, it's nice, but I just, out of what it is, I think it's more of a like souvenir shop almost, you know, or like a food place over just like a gas station. If that makes a little bit of sense, you just end up spending too much, and it's hard to pull up to a Buc-ee's and just get gas. I'm gonna. And another thing, I don't think they sell like Miller Lite or any of those products. They only have like Bud Light and the Coors Light and the Anheuser-Busch products, which I ain't against too much, but I do like Miller. But Busch Light's always one of my next go-tos on just beers when I do enjoy some beverages, some ice-cold beverages. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's easy to have self-control when you don't put yourself in the bad environments, you know? Like, crazy easy to not want something when it's not around you, but when you put it right in front of your face, and then when you have children too that are running through the store as well, that makes it a little more difficult. Dude, I'm almost tempted. I wonder if I could do this. So I got this little other adapter because I'm gonna need to charge this camera. The Osmo Pocket 3 doesn't have an extra charger thing on it, but I think, nah, that wouldn't work. I was thinking this little external piece had another USB that I could shove into. Because I have this little piece and you can charge. It hooks up to it and then you can charge into it. Yeah, brother. Columbus, Ohio. Hopefully one day, man. I like traveling and I like going places and I like seeing new things. 6 dozen cookies of it. See, I would have ate a dozen of them just because they're there, you know. Heck, dude, let me tell you right now. We bought, so Sam's Club, they have really good pumpkin pies and like pecan pies and everything. But they got like pumpkin pies. They're throwing out for like $5 a piece right now. And we're 2 or 3 dozen exactly. I know what you mean. But we bought one like a week ago to save and be ready for Thanksgiving. Well, you know, you cut one slice and then throughout the next week, you eat the whole damn pie. Not just myself, but me and the family. And so we had to go back to Sam's and we got another pumpkin pie for today. Yeah. For the store, like a pre-made pumpkin pie or whatever, I think Sam's Club does it pretty well. It's hard to find like bad food items and stuff like that from Sam's. So I like a lot of their desserts and like things you can find between their bakery items, and then their meat selection is usually real good. They were out of. I went the other day and I was looking for like a brisket or something too, if I can find a decent one. But they were out of brisket. They were out of like all the main things that I guess people, instead of doing turkeys, people wanted to do briskets. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. Oh yeah, see, Sam's got them good muffins too. Just keep on talking. Somebody keeps commenting on the videos too about what is it? The brownies with the cream cheese topping, which sounds absolutely fantastic. But right now they got their like festival ones, but I need to do a food review. I'm gonna jump into a lot more of those little food reviews and do stuff like that too. I don't have a Costco near me. EPAC, that's EPAC M50. I love the name too. Are you ever gonna upgrade to M60 or Blade? You know, but I don't have a Costco around me. And yeah, dude, Sam's either. Which the only thing I would want to try out of the deli section or whatever they call it, little front aisle thing from Costco that Sam's Club don't have, is that chicken bake, dude. I get so jealous when I see somebody like showing off one of them chicken bake things because it looks like chicken Alfredo. I know, I freaking love food. I do have an M60. I got a 300 somewhere behind me in my closet over there. But I returned all my old equipment and stuff that I did have, so not like old heads and things like this. And funny, crazy thing, so like that video yesterday, and I want to go back out there because there's the Hyundai emblem of that car that hit the barrier wall and smashed into it, and a piece of her car is on the backside of that barrier wall, and I wish I'd have grabbed it and kept it because the tow truck didn't grab it all. But I could have, again, if traffic lights weren't so bad about shipping and how much they cost to ship, then I would love in that video of the damaged light, you know, pull some of the hardware stuff off and then ship it up and give it away to one of y'all. To me, that would be like super cool. It was in the video, you seen the repair, and then you got a piece of it. And I'm trying to get work on merch and everything. I got set up like a Shopify account, and I got to order some of the stuff to just see how the quality is. It's public, I want to say right now. That I'd have to put the link in somewhere. The M60 flickers, like the screen on it, I would imagine is what you're saying. I've had issues with like loose connections in the screen themselves where, you know, you can pull off that front panel screen. And I've had some issues either between sticky buttons and like flickering or, you know, display, stuff like that. Now, is it just displaying like flashing a blue screen like crazy? Is that what your issue is? Because that's a pretty common issue with the M60s, but the power supply is a power supply issue. And your best bet Man, I almost want to give you a phone number and everything. Just flashes the blue screen every time you set it up. Dude, it's even when you're not connected to anything, it wouldn't run an intersection. We've had it where we put hundreds of those in the field at one point and had to go back and redo all of them. Happy Thanksgiving, Siemens, you see? Siemens Traffic Signal Store Tour. You see, that's the guy you need to get with now. But no, contact Temple is who you're probably your best bet, your most affordable bet is to contact Temple. See, YouTube is bad about the private messaging and everything. I don't even know if there's DMs on YouTube. You may have to try to hit me up on like Facebook or Instagram. But if you can get with Temple, I don't have an old 3M with a magnifying lens in there, but I do have a, who's the other one I had? It may be a McCain or something in the garage. That thing's heavy as hell though. But if you get with Temple, Max Woods is going to be the guy that you really want to try to get in contact with and ship it off to them and see if they can do the repairs, because Temple will repair that issue, tell them exactly what it's doing. He'll put it up on a test bench, and hopefully it recreates the issue on his test bench, and then he can fix the issue. But he's fixed a lot of those, and he'll do it for, I mean, you'll pay shipping. For us, we usually just pay the shipping to him, and he ships back. For a consumer or somebody else on that, you may, I mean, for pennies on the dollar compared to actually sending it over to Siemens or Unique Traffic anymore, because the minimum, I would have to remember the number, but it's a few $100s just to get your product to Unique Traffic on an RMA. But if it's an M60, you should still have a warranty and everything on it too. So definitely get with Temple. See if you can get in contact with Max Woods. I don't like just giving personal or phone numbers out like that. I'd almost wish I can. I'm sure you can almost Google the number for them. Really and truly, if you get with Delilah, and they have a new lady, I think, too, or a new guy that's working. They may not be open, but they do have a phone number and stuff like that on the website. So if you Google Temple Inc., you'll be able to find them. Should be doing a video with them soon. Forrest wants me to come out there and film and everything as well, and I really want to try to have a good conversation with Max Woods on there. Yeah. So, I mean, he'd fix it pretty cheap. If you send it to Unix, though, they charge you. They bend you over to get that stuff fixed at times, So that's what we do. Majority of the time is send it to Temple. They look into it. If they cannot repair it, then they ship it directly to Unix, and then Unix would ship it back to us, and we kind of will have a lot more affordability doing that, but we do get charged at that point if it goes to Unix. Yeah, so Delilah is, thank you, brother. I appreciate that towards the monster. I'm gonna have to crack one open here soon. Yeah, we have a lot of Durasig for the LEDs and stuff like that. Our housings may still be Eagle stuff, honestly. I'd have to, I don't know. We get. It depends on the job spec, but what Temple supplies, and that's the majority of what you'll see throughout the state on a lot of the hardware stuff, unless we're working city jobs. Yeah. So EPAC and 50. Do you work for a contractor? Do you work for a state, city, or what kind of work you do, brother? Where you have all that, and then also So get with Delilah. She could probably get an RMA started, and ask about Max Woods looking into it instead of it going to Unix. Or if you have Max's number, or if you can get his number from Delilah, that's the way I'd prefer you to get it over me. Then get his number. He can end up helping you out with setting up like an RMA over the email process. Oh, I got you. Just into it all. So, heck yeah. Kind of curious, how'd you acquire the equipment then? I know you can kind of get this stuff either through eBay or you just got good connections in between like the city and stuff like that as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look, I don't know which blood bank did it, but I used to be so good with needles, just fine. Never had an issue with getting the shots, giving blood, all that. And then I worked at Ingles. Maybe it was about probably almost 10 years ago at this point. And yeah, I got you. You get with Max and just say, I got this hobby and I'm interested in this and want to use it and try to get into the educational purposes, bring up my name and everything, Stephen Harmon. That worked for Powell, but he can definitely get you set up to get that guy fixed or whatever. That should be an easy fix for him. YouTube won't let you mention the online site. It deletes the comments. Yeah, I think if you do links into here, it will delete them. Matt, happy Thanksgiving, brother. I appreciate it, my friend. Charlie Bosnick. That sounds familiar on there. But I'd have to see faces, man. There's so many people in the industry and stuff like that I have a hard time always remembering them. I got to meet them 2 to 3 times, and I'm like, all right, I know exactly who this is. Unless they're like super knowledgeable and I have to call them about certain things, then yeah, Charlie was master of EPACs and everything. So Charlie Bosnick, he'd be one that would probably be able to help you out, depending on what it is. But Max Woods, I'm telling you, dude, you meet this dude, and this is why I want to talk to him and do a bit of a conversation and a video with him. That guy is the wizard of traffic signal systems, and more than just temple related products. He's helped me out with like Econolite products and different things where I've talked to him and been like, brother, you hang up on me if you don't want to help me out with this issue, because I know it's not y'all's concern and I don't want to be wasting your time. And that dude, I've called him 3 a.m. Hey, Steven. And, me and him talking, I'm like, man, I got this issue. I hate to call you this late or this early, whatever. And I'm like, man, it's like I'm kind of, I'm down to my last thing of what I can figure out. And so I need your help on this one. And it seems like at 2 a.m. when I call him, he's got the plans in front of him to the cabinet and like picturing any issue. And like has like somewhat of an answer, or just starts leading me back into the right direction and everything, and we get it solved. So that dude's like the traffic light wizard, and I want to have a good conversation with him on camera and kind of ask about his, his experiences and what got him to be so knowledgeable and so on and so on. So it's a big inspiration to me. You've been playing the construction game, the construction simulator. I need to hop back in on that. It was somewhat fun on there. I see some people that play it, and they have like a whole setup system, and that seems real cool too. Pedestrian door button or doorbell sounds like a cool idea. I mean, yeah, you can set that up pretty easy. That shouldn't be too hard. Make it wait, yeah, right. Wait, especially to get the APS button. 3.34 on my 50. Yeah, we pretty much upgraded now, and they're kind of requiring it, which kind of blows on this, because tactics and pretty much everything to be more universal with the database systems. You're having to jump to 5.2.2 on the controller systems or the firmwares, so that's not a huge issue. But 3.58, the 3.58 firmwares where you have 3.58, D, G, and those are the main ones I want to say. But 3.58 went pretty far. That firmware, it was like, I don't want to upgrade because now you changed too much, and we're seeming to have issues with the firmwares. But now everything has jumped up to 5.2.2. With train simulators, I thought about jumping on this thing and going on like they have those trucking simulators in American Ride. I was like, y'all are just gonna sit here and listen to me talk because all you do in the game, what it looks like, is drive. So, have you noticed the street lights are purple bluish color? We have a lot of them in Florida. So man, there was I know on our end, and yes, by the way, yeah, like purple color. They light up a whole parking lot purple. I hate the look of it. I don't think anybody is ordering them that way. I know there was a big batch of street lights that we received a big order on that all turned purple on the LEDs like pretty quick after installation. We had one job that the whole order, they all turned purple. The engineer wanted us to replace them. By the time we got them like 50 street lights, we were headed up there to start replacing them, and the engineer was just like, man, just give us the new LEDs and we'll pay you for the heads themselves, and we'll replace them as the purple ones go out. There wasn't enough complaint to actually start swapping out everything. But I did not like that they're all going to crap like that. Could an emergency lighting battery pack be hooked up to a warning flasher to still work on power failures? Yes. So actually, this is like a pretty unique way of like troubleshooting. Jovet, yeah, you said yes too on that. Responding to it. But this is something we've done before. Is we've taken our NoCo battery jump starters and battery packs and hooked it up to an inverter, like one of those small 200 watt, 300 watt, DC to AC inverters, and powered it with a battery pack, and then would, with an extension cord or whatever, bump out our lights and be able to, hook up to our LEDs. I doubt you get long of running like the flashers and everything, but it's great for troubleshooting tools and stuff like that. So I highly recommend doing, getting a setup like that, little battery pack itself, and then hook it to an inverter, and then supply power to your LEDs, because it would work for a while, and it's an easier way. So if you're having troubleshooting issues as well, you can send power directly from that to the heads in the field, and versus, from the cabinet out, and kind of see where the issue is.
I'm about to prep the ham and do the macaroni.
No, I think I'm good, I guess.
I'll FaceTime with your parents and Allie.
A cup of coffee, is there any coffee left?
Yeah, I got creamer, no sugar.
Not real sugar.
I got Splenda.
Babe, you can show yourself on camera.
I got
See,
Splenda.
she don't like being on camera at all. Hey, babe, can you deliver it to me inside of that traffic light costume, though? Yeah, right. I wish she would jump more into the video stuff. Yeah, see, if you got your radio running for a month on it, we would use it for like troubleshooting stuff. It's smart too. And then also, you could buy the bigger, like a Jackery. We've powered intersections with Jackeries for a while as well. I'm having issues programming DoD coordination plans via the TCP. Yeah. We use triple backup system. Yep. Yeah, okay, so you have it already, like the Acer Power Station packs. DJI makes them, Jackery makes them. There, you can find some more off-brand stuff, but yes, those will run an intersection for a few hours too. We almost, because you can fit them into a cabinet. I know the city of Gulfport, instead of doing some UPS systems, they ended up buying like a handful of the Jackery systems. So when there is power outage issues, most of the time power outage, come back on after a handful of hours, and that's a shit ton cheaper than a UPS system that They just have a bunch of jackeries ready to go. Happy wife, happy life. You had to come all the way around?
If it's nasty, don't say it out loud. I gave you 3 Splendas and some creamer.
Seems good, baby. You got to tell them, hey, and happy Thanksgiving. You didn't tell them happy Thanksgiving. They're upset about it. They've said it in the comments.
Yes,
Really? Oh, well, that's good coffee.
Can y'all play together?
No, I just want to play games.
Super Smash Bros. Is 2. Let's go figure it out.
Oh, yeah, put it on the TV so you can beat each other up.
That's
a good game. You need to blow your nose, kiddo.
Turn my Macy's Day Parade off.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. Super Smash Bros. Is a fun game.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Daddy, say happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. You got to tell them, too.
I did already.
Oh, I did, too, already, but there's new people in here. No, you cannot have coffee.
On that side, or are we just not in it?
Mommy,
Do I don't know. I hope it's not lagging.
It has to be, because look, you can see the kids in that screen, but that screen you don't.
Oh, well, maybe it's just a little bit further back on this. I don't know.
No,
I'm sure I can refresh it and it would go to the live. I have the ultra late, or ultra. Yeah, right. The latency is not bad. It shouldn't be bad. It should be up to date almost. Yeah, well, no, I ain't been live for an hour and 56. It's on, right? I don't know.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go finish prepping stuff.
Fist bump.
Let's go. Macaroni time.
Macaroni time. Heck yeah.
See you later.
Alright. I'm going to show y'all the coffee cup real quick. Econ Light. Not sponsored, but they sent me a cup. And by they, I need to get with them. But Robbie with Econ Light, I'm pretty sure he's still with them. They got some pretty cool stuff going on that I want to go film. And I need to hit up Robbie and see about maybe getting flown out to Texas. But the most interesting thing, I know it's almost a year ago, I want to say at this point, is they had a solar-powered system set up to power an intersection or the entire cabinet. And it would handle, as long as it was daylight and everything, pretty much an all day, you would be powered straight from the solar panel and the batteries. And then it was also connected to a main line of power. So it was like the opposite of a UPS, where when the batteries would die or need to be charged, and I want to say they even had it where it would store enough and run the next day or the overnight and everything as well. But even if the batteries got too low, it would flip to the main line of power. The main line would power the intersection and then charge up like the batteries and stuff too. So I did have a monster, earlier. Can I, what? My work boots? Hayden, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you for being a fan of the channel. I'm glad you enjoy the videos and everything. And happy Thanksgiving to you, my friend, as well. I agree, it is nice of them to send a coffee mug. You see, some companies, so that, I think we were saying it earlier, Gulf Region, yeah, so how they didn't want to provide actual ones, so they just didn't see the value in the production of the video and how far that can go with like their products and what's being shown there with the host of the event and everything being invited, where everybody would have seen it. There's some companies that like see the hell of a value in that and want more and more out of that, and they're like willing to support it. And I mean, just good people, in my opinion, too. But like Applied Information, Wavetronics, and a bunch that have gotten with me and like want to do this for the promotion side, and not just promotion, but even be involved with the channel. That the Gulf Region ITS, when they kind of said no to the extra tickets and stuff, I'm like, brother, 3 people coming. And one, you're about to get into potential, viewing of X amount of, thousands of people for the most part, with me walking around with a camera and talking to the vendors and the whole 9 yards. Whatever, I was like, I'm sure the promotion was worth more than the cost of just getting in. We were driving. We were, we weren't asking them for any hotel or anything like that. It was in New Orleans, so it was just a trip over. Weren't asking for anything extra, but just getting into the event. And it's like the owners of the company too that have contacts with the engineers in the state and everything. It's like, makes sense, but is what it is to them. Thank you for all the emojis, brother. The work boots, so clearly you probably see a lot of tennis shoes on too, but the work boots I do have that I've kind of liked, and actually I had to get them worked on not long ago. Some Georgia boots. They're super light, real comfortable. There was like no break-in period. There was one point where I had to go get them worked on because the waterproof liner, and I hate a waterproof liner. I wish all boots would just get rid of waterproofing in general, but the liner like would catch my feet. I liked them too much though, so I went and had a guy work on them, and he had to cut open the boot, sew it all back together, and I think he only charged like $30 or something for it. So good deal to get a pair back up. But in the meantime of that, I bought a pair of Ariats. Used to be fine with the Ariats and everything. Dude, my feet were just torn up after like 2 weeks of waiting on my Georgia boots to get back up and fixed, to where I returned them Ariats right away. I was like, no, I got sores on my feet now. These things are killing me. I'm like, I'm not even trying to break them in. So Georgia boots, really, really enjoy. Good ones. Any Now boots? Same here. Yeah, Wavetronics detectors. So MDOT's jumping, depending on the engineer in the region, but they're jumping to a lot of these Curex cameras right now. It's a Curex processor, and they use an Axis camera to do the vehicle detection. And they've been liking that. But I do have, I'm a little biased on there. I really like Wavetronics. They're just the company themselves, the radars they make, everything about them for the most part. They're good people, and then their radars are bulletproof. I mean, I've had an intersection get hit by a dump truck and knock down all of the radars, and like 3 out of the 6 radars, or maybe 4 out of the 6 radars I was able to slap back up, and they were working still. I mean, hell, I'd shake them and they were rattling around on the inside, pop them back up, and they worked great. Only a couple that were like flattened out, like complete housing is damaged, broken apart. Yeah, dude, Terrace, man, they sold the company not long ago, and we just have a lot of issues with their cameras for me to say that I like them and really like kind of push them. They're an affordable route, I guess, if you're just doing stop bar detection and not doing the vectors. But Wavetronics can almost be an affordable route, or can be at this point with the XP21 series, of hooking up that one sensor. And I think with the cable, sensor, and the ARC that you're going to put in the cabinet, they said it's priced under $20,000 for it. So, I mean, that's super affordable when you're talking about all approach traffic or detection. So are you going to be Thanksgiving? I am home right now. Never return the family, everything feeling, everything. Do you have work tomorrow, right? Arizona right now? Never been nice. Obviously, this is my work now. Not just streaming, but the social media content creation and stuff like that. That is my work now. So yes, I will be working tomorrow. I'm working right now, I guess, however you'd want to actually call it. I do got some stuff I need to go kind of film and work on. And but yes, I'll be here with the family. And then really shooting beginning of December, going to be trying to jump around and getting more videos with like different contractors, different areas, seeing what's cool and everything. And then obviously still trying to really work on a schedule, even get some like merch going, but get a schedule going of what days will more of this educational content and things that I'm going to come out with. And I got some other ideas in my head. I don't know how much y'all would like to see it, but I've always liked this one dude on YouTube I watch is like Ryan Trahan. I'm not trying to just like steal his video ideas and stuff like that, but the travel aspect and then going and seeing a cool place and everything and just enjoying a day, and like, because he always does these like trying to find these Airbnbs or creative little videos he does. Kind of want to go and do some stuff like that too, just life and like, hey guys, here's how we can kick back for this much, or trying to find this that's around here or whatever. And, some more travel videos, vlogs, and more of anything that's in the traffic industry as well. You once had a pew-pew with you on the job. You must occasionally get trouble in areas. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it can be that way, but I carry almost all the time, especially when on the job and everything. I'll have my Glock 43 on my side with me. So I've been in a 15-foot hole with that thing strapped to me. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. You know what I'm saying? One place I'd like to go now is just that one intersection I've seen in Naples, Florida. I kill two birds with one stone, get a couple of videos. We go over there, especially if I go over to Palm Beach and work with that contractor at all, then I'm probably going to end up making that happen and shoot over to Naples, go film some of the traffic lights around there, make some videos of it, and then also like, a vlog of, hey, dude, check out this place or check out this and that, food reviews and different things like that I'm going to kick off and get going a bit more and more. That I posted a little bit more here and there. Things on Facebook really take off, and Facebook's been good paying, plus for just like these reaction videos and things like that I do. So got to keep that going. More cooking videos, yeah. So we're cooking. Facebook is still a thing, Jovette. It's actually like my highest paying thing on for the social media, Facebook. But I do not like. I will say this, man. I will look at the comments on YouTube, and I see so much of it, and y'all are, majority so much positivity and everything like that. Facebook, I know. And all those short attention span apps like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and everything. I know those are like, people thrive in trying to get like rage bait or, whatever. I mean, half of it may be bots. I don't know. But they're like just trying to get the negative out of people. And so I ignore it so bad because YouTube, I feel like I'm talking to y'all. I'm actually here hanging out with my friends or whatever here on YouTube. And all of you guys, you can have real conversations and chit chat back and forth, where I don't get that out of like the other social media platforms and everything. So like, don't even care really going live or anything on those for the most part, where here, I do this because I just enjoy spending time with y'all. And then also, like the type of videos, again, Facebook and YouTube. YouTube is a little bit bad about it with them shorts and everything, because I feel like it just like rots the brains of a lot of people in the attention spans and stuff. But I got to post it every now and again, post some stuff. But Facebook, TikTok, and everything, it's like too much of that. All the long form stuff doesn't. If I cut it up and like make it shorter and make it into the right format for mobile, then it works out. But YouTube, there's a lot of people that watch on TVs and computers, and they want to turn their phone horizontal versus other platforms they don't. A pink traffic light for cancer awareness. Save the titties. That's what I got to say. How many work boots do I have, and how big is a traffic light? I see, this is where I'm awful at marketing and everything like that. Never once like reached out enough or anything to try to like get companies to even send me anything. So that Georgia pair is like what I have. All my other ones, they always just break, you know. I only get like a year and a half or almost rarely even a year out of work boots when I was doing full-time construction work and stuff like that. That traffic light behind me is about 4 foot, 4.5 feet. Something I think it's 4.5 feet, and that's the typical 3-section head that you'll see up there. 4.5 feet, I want to say. I think it's 4'6" with a back plate. But then add another foot to that if you got a 4-section head, like for a flashing yellow arrow. Dog houses, they get wider. You know, they're bigger than a lot of people give credit to. Prostate cancer, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Mr. Gene, from the company I worked for, PAL and everything, he went through he had stage 4 colon cancer. Maybe 7-8 years ago. He beat it and everything. But you're only 4 inches taller than a traffic light. That's crazy, brother. But yeah, I mean, that took a lot away from him and everything at the time. And I always kind of joke, I'm like, you know, you probably heard his kids, Austin and Heath, the ones that are, you know, for the most part now running the company. Gene's still a big part of it. But they're more involved in everything, especially on the billing and office and bidding side, and Heath is the estimator. But he probably, you know, in the hospital bed, overheard their freaking conversations and was like, no, these two fuckers are going to ruin everything I built. I can't die now. You know, that's probably what got him through the cancer and everything. It's like, nah, everything I've worked for my entire life right here, or everything I built right here in this company, these little shit asses are gonna ruin that. I got to stick around longer. Man, so I want to, these ones, so this vest, you know, without the logo and everything on it, they're the Walmart brand, the Dickie brand. You buy them at Walmart. They fit real good. I like them. They're my preferred vest. They're the better ones that I like. And then my wife, she has a little Cricut thing where she cuts the vinyl and will, you know, heat it to this thing. She takes a little hot plate thing and presses it to the vest. But we haven't really like made a production thing on that. And then I'm trying to set up the Shopify account and get some stuff going and Printify, kind of where just like have some kind of merch going on. Let me see if I can even go to the store for it. My store, and dude, I hate it. I wanted to rage so much trying to set this thing up last night. I was losing my freaking mind. Let me try to get the link and see if I can even post the link. See, and what sucks is I spaced out the traffic light doctor. So like that's should send you a link to it. And just doing something, but I haven't ordered, so I don't even want to tell people to order anything yet, because I got to get some of the samples and stuff sent to me of the shirts, and I really just want to feel the quality of the shirts, and then I'll change up the designs and see what they'll feel like, and make sure they're quality stuff, because I don't want to make a lot of money on this stuff. I want y'all to get the best value out of it, and then also I want y'all to get the best quality and everything. So I'd be real upset. Yeah, so like the baseball caps, I have like 2 set up on that thing on the store, but one's the Richardson, which I've had that hat a bunch and I've liked.
I have a question. Are you able to edit stuff on that?
Why?
Like on your shirts? I
Yeah.
noticed they have the emblem on the right hand side. It should be on your left hand side.
See, did you think that for sure?
That looks better on your left hand side.
You think so?
Yeah, because of what it's looking like right here. Oh, you see it? Yeah, it needs to be on that side.
Yeah,
And then go back up a little bit.
I'm able to move it.
Oh, this right here, the sticker, they should have, evened it. So
Yeah, well, you're telling me I would have to change
with
this.
one. That needs to be fixed. I mean, everything that. The
Okay,
hat
well
looks
then,
good.
how about you get on it?
Sticker looks good.
I'll
looks
send
good.
you.
That looks good.
I'll send you the
This
link
needs-
of everything, and you get on it. See, so this is on the back. I kind of like that. That looked cool.
You did have a pocket one. You
What?
need to put one on the pocket in the front.
In the front, a logo.
A little one on the front.
Well, the more you got to print on it, the more it costs.
Well, my main thing to see.
Oh, you
that
know what?
needs to be
How
moved,
about this?
that
You know
needs
what?
to be moved.
I'll give you the login and everything. You get it figured out, and then you can work it, baby. I need the help with it. And she's right. God dang it, babe. See, you're right. They're telling me you're right.
Yeah, it looks better like that.
All right, well, go in there and
I'm cooking Thanksgiving. You're sitting down.
well, I'm live right now, so it ain't happening
We
right
can
now.
do it after. That-
So hopefully she gets into it and involved into the merch a little bit, because it sounds like she can get it all figured out and going. Because I like filming, I like editing, I like, getting my hands dirty and doing some work. Once upon a time, I used to be real into doing things on the computer and would do all that stuff. But once upon a time, even like the video games and stuff, I kind of lax back on and I don't know, have a hard time enjoying it as much anymore these days. But if she can get on it and crush it, then heck yeah. And we have another source of like income, and y'all have things that y'all want to see or have and wear and rock and everything. If everybody can get something out of it, then I'm all in. Thank you, man. See, I wish you would see the same. That would make a great team. She would have to get it fixed at. Jovette, dude, I'd get one. I need to get one set. If I get it all set up, brother, you're the first one. I'm just shipping one straight to you. They're also, I mean, man, I don't know which would be the best route to go, if I try to bulk order and then sell, or however. I'm on COD now and watching. So, you're playing Black Ops 7. I've heard bad things. I almost did. I'm glad I didn't jump into Battlefield, the newest one, because it seems maybe it's still going hot. I don't know. Arc Raiders is the game that my eyes are on more and more, because that you're adding in what I wanted. I played a little bit of Escape from Tarkov. Brother, too much going on, dude. The fact that you had to stop and your dude would sometimes like want to stop to take a freaking shit, and you need to eat, and like specific bandages do this and that. I'm like, all right, this ain't the game for me. So out of Escape from Tarkov, but Arc Raiders looks to be the game that's like, I played a different one that was a lot more fun to me than Tarkov was, but it didn't have any kind of community at the time. But the extraction-based stuff looks like a lot of fun to me. But I don't know how... Yeah, I know, right? In a video game, right? Like, calm down, video game. Like, I don't need all this. I got the stresses of my own life going on. I ain't got all the time in the world to be, like, running in the middle of the woods trying not to get sniped by some dude that I don't know where the hell is at. And then my dude's like, oh, I got to unzip my pants and take a crap. Ah, man. But then I heard of Call of Duty, and I hate anytime they do the futuristic and like jumping around crap. I'm like, dude, y'all are in. I think it was Black Ops 3. I know Advanced Warfare was a little bit different, but I didn't play that one that much. I kind of got out of Call of Duty for a little bit then. And crazy already, Black Ops 7. I guess the last one I played was 4. And then, the Modern Warfare series kicked back off. And I love the Modern Warfare and the Warzone stuff, and then they took Verdansk, I can't even say the freaking map, but they took that map out, which I hated. They removed it all together and changed the maps into like this dumber game, and I was like, what we wanted was different maps to be able to play, or changes in Verdansk that were big enough to, like, while the seasons were rolling on, that made sense. But now people are running around as Nicki Minaj, and people are running around as, Cardi B and whatever, and Peter Griffin, or, the things you expect out of Fortnite, because that's already a cartoonish game. They're doing that in Call of Duty. I'm like, all right, this just ain't the game for me anymore. So the last big season I remember playing of Warzone is when they had that Rose character where if you used her as her base one, you would like disappear in any places with the shadows. And I did that, and I was like, dude, that, and I think the DMR was like the meta with the had it been Cold War that just came out or something like that at the time, but the DMR and one of the secondary Mac 10s or something like that, like if you rock those two together, you were unstoppable in that game. And dude, I would rack up like 20 kill games and had a lot of fun on it then. Arc Raiders is the best one out there at the moment. So I think I'm about to drop the 30, 40 bucks or whatever to play it. What is the highest work job you've ever done? Like height wise? Is that what we're talking about? Doors? You'd have to know on there. I know we're talking about height, and man, I didn't get to do it. We had a monopole we had to climb. I think that one was a 200 or 300 foot, maybe 250 or something, somewhere in the middle of that. Hot mass lights, we've been lifted up in man baskets, going 100, about 100 feet to the heads when they get stuck up there. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. Hello from Toronto, Canada. Sounds cold. I bet you it's really chilly up there right now. I would almost bet money on it. And the water tower too. We go pretty high on that. Yeah, man, I'm almost convinced, and then I may stream it later, and I gotta be dedicated. I gotta still work on like the Facebook stuff and still work on extra stuff, so that, you know, I gotta make money and everything to, you know, pay for the family and the whole 9 yards. But I know if I get really addicted into a game, which luckily I have this, like, I haven't had a game like keep my retention for a while. But what I will do, so like last one, dude, I played Pokemon, maybe it was Scarlet or Pokemon Shield or Sword. I got into that one, but that game, like, for 2 days, played the hell out of it, beat everything, beat like the final 4 or the 10 or whatever you got to beat at the end. I forget the name of it, and then was like, all right, there ain't much more to do on the game. Go catch the rare Pokemon. And then done on it. But from that game, looking Arc Raiders and everything, especially if I got some people that want to hop on and play with me and like actually want to show the ropes, and we'll, you know, Discord, that I got to set up. I need to set up a Discord server for Traffic Light Doctors or the account, and maybe do 29 degrees. It was 40 this morning. I'm sure it's but Arc Raiders looks like a game I can get addicted to and everything for a little bit on there. Especially, it looks so user friendly and difficult in the same thing, where it like teases you a bit. You don't use Discord? I don't know another good setup thing, but I would definitely do one like a server for any of the members on my YouTube, and may set up like a Patreon thing, but where it's just more condensed down. In my head, really the members, which I'm pretty sure I have that thing set to like the most affordable, cheapest thing you can pretty much set up for in on the YouTube membership thing. But yeah, I think Discord's probably the best route to go. I don't know what other platform you would use for the messaging and setups like that, because I know you can go live on that and hang out, and you know, I'd go live on YouTube still, but have like the Discord on the separate screen. Maybe prioritize the chats in there, and then, you know, we just more and more of the community, people have questions and things like that, it's easier to answer. Especially, they had a big censorship thing. So I'm pretty bad with it. I don't even know a huge amount. Me and Priscilla, we use Discord to talk to each other when we're gaming and stuff. That's just how I know that it still works pretty well. And then prior to that, I used it when I was trying to get a graphics card for my computer, and it was just like blowing up all the time, where I had to leave all them servers and stuff like that. But I'll have to get Discord set up and then get people in it. You're just gonna have to reuse it again or something, because I don't know a better platform to use that has the majority of people that are on it. Love the content. I use some of your info here in West Virginia fixing traffic lights for the city. And dude, that's what I really liked, especially when you know, throwing the GoPro on the forehead and like showed my work, showed what I was doing, the emergency calls to all the construction and everything. But so many people hit me up too, and it's like, hey man, you know, I just seen your video on this, and here's what you know, I need a slipcase on a project. It's my first time doing slipcasing and everything. Watching your videos on it, kind of crazy that there's even a video on it, but thank you for that. They hit me up on that, and then they're like, I need some measurements too. This is the size foundation I need, and you know, they just had questions about that, but traffic related. I have engineers, you know, hit up and say, hey, you know, we're designing this project, trying to get this, or you know, here's kind of the plans. Where do you think we can improve? All of that I've always just helped out for free and set up and been like, you know, here's plans that we do, and here's, you know, our standards we go through. You know, here's what I recommend, and here's what I don't recommend. Here's why you can't do this because of the book, and the, you know, you got to be knowledgeable of the MUTCD. I know it, but there's a lot of people, you know, city will hire the guy to do the planning and the projects and stuff, but they don't work on traffic light systems or know everything by the book. Maybe they've been an asphalt guy all their life, and they know that stuff real well, but they don't know. They know like certain signage, but not when it comes to signalized intersections. So I hit up, and now there's an actual YouTube channel where you can find a good handful of information of what you're going to be doing at work and in the construction of it. So it's great. Again, love it. Love that I've been able to share that with people. Going to be more to come. Do you have any old traffic lights at work? Got that one behind me there. And yeah, man, we got a lay down yard full of them. The plastics end up going bad after about 7 to 10 years. The poly heads, they get real brittle. And to the point that we end up typically kind of breaking up just ripping the LEDs and ripping, you know, what we do need, whatever's good off of them, and then kind of junking them. But we do have a pile full of old heads, and then obviously have some spare ones too. Maroons are most traffic signal systems the same across North America. So the process to get the outcome can be different. You know, certain places may require bigger foundations, may require a thicker pole, may require certain things like that. And they may use different equipment, like a Econolite versus Siemens versus, you know, McCain products. And so there's little like hardware things that you would think of that would be different. But in general, we have to follow the MUTCD. Again, this ain't the full book of it, but the manual on traffic control devices, the manual on uniform traffic control devices. So to a T, everything in North America has to follow this book. There's no stipulations that get you outside of this book if you're on a public roadway. That's how we keep everything uniform. So now it may be a different cable, or maybe a different, you know, maybe they use a different size conductor. You know, sometimes they have this 20 conductor cable that or wire, or whatever you want to call it, that they'll send out to the heads and everything, that bounce the phases off of that. Some of them use different color codes, you know, for the cables, and some of them use different little things like that. But as a driver coming to an intersection, you should damn near not see any difference between an intersection in New York to Florida to California to Nevada to wherever, I can just name all 50 of the states. That intersection should be uniform with the other ones. Now, there's little additions they can maybe add, the city or state can add. That's not in the book, or, it may be in the book, but it's like a, it's not a requirement, but different cities can add different things if they want to, but you have to meet the standard and or exceed the standard of the MUTCD. And as long as the city or states are doing that, that is what they are allowed to do. So for a driver, no real difference. For an engineer, huge difference because the soil types underground. I always say it's like 70% of the work we do is underground work. So the soil type in different states and different areas in each state, because the United States is so massive. You'll have an intersection down on the coast that's nothing but sand, and then you go up north and it's red dirt, so you can use different things. And then you got wind loads and ice ratings and stuff like that impact it hugely as well. So the building process can be different across the country, but the traffic control devices needs to be uniform throughout all 50 states, and it's required to be uniform throughout all 50 states. Except here in New Jersey, where we don't have left turns, we use jug handles to make left turns. We do, that's just throughout the country too. But that's in the book too, I want to say, like the setups and stuff like that. So but the signals, the signalization and everything's the same for it. But you'd go past and then left, and those can get a little confusing. We actually torn down one that was a jug handle not long ago in Natchez, Mississippi. And then they got a different one on like John R. Junkins. It's not super confusing, but if you're ever to it works well, and it's a good way of getting an intersection to work without also requiring a bunch of vehicle detection, because you can almost make it work just off times. But then you also sometimes have issues of you'll still get that red light on at a certain time. There's one in Natchez where the engineers, when they designed it back in the 90s, they're like, well, we set it up for no detection, and it just works how it is with this set amount of time per approach, and this thing's overlap. They're using phase 1 and 7, and then overlap A through H, and to make everything work. And so different approaches, anything that can work together, they have it working together. But it's not like a super inefficient intersection either. It's pretty decent. We have some of these super intersections or super left or something. But there's a couple on 67, I believe, is the highway we're doing. I say the pals that they're going to be working on, and they got 3 intersections, and it's kind of what you're talking about, but that forces the it may be what they call a New Jersey turn or something like that. And they didn't call it a jug handle. To the plans at least, but it shoots you up and then shoots you to do a U-turn or a left turn past the intersection. Traffic light doctor sticker looks cool. See, that's my issue on there too. So I try to set the prices and everything. To me, what it says, I don't think is what's coming up. Oh yeah, 6 but to me is, and I don't know where you're at for it to be that much, but that's my issue. Whenever I set shipping on the Printify, I guess, is where I have to set the prices and everything. I try to set the minimum shipping and the lowest shipping and everything for you guys to be able to use a lower cost one. But it's something where it doesn't seem like I have control of it. That's just more things I got to learn and figure out and get the pricing right, because I don't want y'all paying that much for any of that, stuff that's too much. Let me go. Are you doing anything fun today? Yeah, man, hanging out with you guys for a little bit, and then I guess once the camera dies, I'll probably hop off for just a little bit of time, and then go check out stuff with the family and everything, hang out for a little bit, and then maybe get Arc Raiders downloading on the computer. I can almost just go, I ought to do that right now. Steam's freaking open. Look, it popped up first thing on my screen right here, Arc Raiders. I need to get this going and downloaded so we can play it, because I'm pretty interested in that game. Was it this game? I actually want to see something. I think Lost Light was the game. It was free, and that may have been the extraction-based shooter that I played last. That was a little bit, to me, I mean, user-friendly, easier than Tarkov. One thing I do like on this Arc Raiders thing, they have a deluxe edition for $60, and then they have just the normal game for $40. But then they have this, like, upgrade it for $20, so they're not like, you know, if you buy the game and then I don't know what extras you get with the deluxe edition. If you get like a bigger inventory, that may be where it's like worth it. Pathfinder backpack, blanket roll backpack attachment, plus a lip scar character cosmetic, finger gun, rapid fire emote, and 2400 Raider tone. Like, I don't know what that stuff is, but it seems like they don't like try to, oh, I got you, you bought the game, and then if you really want the expansion stuff, then it costs more than if you would have just bought the normal deluxe thing. So, one nice thing on Steam, I think if you have less than 3 hours,
I got you an appetizer.
a deviled egg.
Here, try it.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm buying a video game.
It's pretty.
All right, well, let me go back to the stream thing right before. Let me see. Continue to pay. All right. PayPal. Like the easiest way. Sorry, baby. Show them in the camera. Dang it.
Oh, look at that little boxer. Look at all the little boxers.
Oh, they got a bunch of them?
Family full of boxers. And one chihuahua.
Hold on, guys. Now I'm hungry. I know, babe, show them the deviled egg. And hand model right there. Oh, well, they can't see the computer on it. Look at that thing, dude. It's got a piece of bacon. Is that a jalapeno on there?
Yep. It's a jalapeno bacon deviled egg.
Dang, look at you go. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to buy. Look at all them Christmas lights back there. I can just see it on my screen.
Mm-hmm. The whole way.
Zipper Creator. I don't need that. Well, oh, here we go.
You want a bite? You want a bite of a deviled egg? You sure? Smell it. Smell it. No, thank you.
All right, I think I have it. Let me make sure it's.
Lick it.
Lick it? What? Crazy.
Taste it.
Where is Arc Raiders now? Install. It's only a 35 gigabit game too. I'm about to, baby.
Hopefully I want to watch it.
All right, I got Arc Raiders downloaded now. We're definitely gonna be playing that later.
Oh, snap.
Yo, what happened?
Oh, snap.
I don't know.
Dang, dude, my whole stream just went down for me. All right, refreshed.
Daddy, I know how to.
So my youngest one here, she won't try no deviled eggs. I'll tell you what. Whew, that looked good. Did you add so much mustard? I don't like the mustard.
No, I only put a little bit of mustard.
If you put none, it would have been good on there. Mayonnaise and everything. I want to make sure y'all can see this real well.
It called for Creole mustard and regular mustard, but I didn't have Creole, but I did a little regular and a
Dude.
little Dijon.
Okay, yeah, it looks delicious. You know, it'd be crazy if like a random ad hit him the moment I take the bite.
No, I've been watching.
Gotta have. See, Joe, I'm the opposite, man. Mustard just not a big fan. I wish I was though, because it's 0 calories and it's a sauce. I love sauces. Can you just eat it? All right, let's see if the deviled egg's any good. Welcome back to another Blue Collar Food Review. Today we are trying my wife's deviled eggs. Are they any good? Will they make me stink my pants up later? Let's see.
Daddy, you know that one living. That one alive, Daddy.
That was a live, Daddy, not a video.
Daddy, that one alive. That one in it.
It's not a lime, that's a jalapeno.
The jalapeno.
You thought he ate the line?
I think
It smells
Now I need to drink them. That was really good, baby. I didn't taste any mustard, which is delicious.
Is it spicy? It shouldn't be spicy. I deveined and de-seed it.
No, I mean, you could have left the stuff in it. A Monster, yeah, that would be good. No, a Coke is fine.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. The bacon was extra crispy, too.
Daddy, I was up to something. I will be right back.
It was good. It was real good. Though I'd be honest too, if she would have dumped so much mustard on that, I'd have been like, I don't want to even eat this thing. I have thought about that too on the videos. I did. That was pretty good deviled egg.
Yeah.
Got Coke.
Say hey to Bailey. She's watching you.
Hey Bailey, I love you. Cheers, Bailey.
Okay, I gotta go finish my mac and cheese and I'll stop to do my deviled eggs.
Thank you.
There's
Kiss.
not many of them.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, I see in there. Oh, yep. Bailey's watching on it. Avery, what are you doing?
Come on, Sissy.
Well, they can't. You got to see it there. Hang. Hold on. No. You got to go. Love you. I'm gonna be out there here in a moment. My camera's almost dead.
Mommy's making some macaroni now. Come on. And we gotta start the sweet potatoes.
All right, and then Arc Raiders should download pretty quick, honestly. I'm gonna get addicted to it. I ain't got a job no more, guys. You know, a whole week could just disappear, and I'll sit there. I'm just kidding. We got priorities got to do. Got a few things I got to work on whenever we do. Bye, I love you. That may be child abuse right there. She just smoked her head in the door right there.
She's okay.
I know she's okay. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely gonna get into streaming Arc Raiders and stuff like that too. I want to. The game looks like fun. I'm excited to try it out. Yeah, it is about that time. So we're just working out. The camera's about dead. We've been live for 103 minutes. That's an incalculable amount of time. That's a long time, huh? So I'd surely say so. I wish this thing would almost get to 120 minutes, huh? Dude, I'm waiting. Y'all need to contact him and say this dude that works on traffic lights, when he drinks a bunch of them, he starts, sometimes speaking too fast. And I mean, that stuff's like meth to me. I don't do drugs. As long as we exclude like alcohol, I drink every now and again. But I don't do drugs, but dude, that amount of caffeine, and it's only like 160 or so milligrams of caffeine in a Monster. I drink a couple of those though. I'm like wired, brother. Like, I do plan on getting back on. So Sam, you better be ready to watch some more. What I would like, dude, I'm telling you, but my problem is now I've been buying them by this. Sam's has them by like the 24 pack or something, and I'm like, oh well, I'm saving money, but they're always in the house. So now I'm drinking 2, maybe even 3 sometimes in a day, even when I'm not working. When I'm working and I pull like a 20-hour shift, a 25-hour shift or something like that, and then try to drive home and be up for 35 hours in a day or in a period. Only, a handful of times done that. Maybe a little bit more than a handful, but dude, I'll be chugging like 5 to 6 of them things at times. Yo, how can I be? Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it gets a little bit. Sometimes I catch myself where I'm like almost got like this little tick, and I'm like, that's too much caffeine. Jovet, I do agree. And that's why, like, right now it ain't too bad. That coffee maybe a little bit. But you'll see in the video sometimes I'll be like shaking while I'm using that screwdriver too, but it's that caffeine. Do I have a gun with me? Man, guns are allowed on YouTube. I got one. I need to pull out my truck. I'll show you one. Like, if you're wanting an affordable, you know what? It may not be in here. Nothing in that. That guy's empty. Got the Ruger 1022 in here. That's a fun gun. Just to go shooting around. Really, if you're just shooting A 22 long rifle is probably the best one because it's so cheap to. Yeah, I know, right? And then that closet's full right now because we just got too much junk in it. I need to throw some stuff away. Let me show y'all an affordable gun. Let me go get one. I'll be right back. They want to see a gun. I got to show them a gun. Pow, pow. Babe, what'd you even do with it? What did I do with it? Oh, yeah, I think I remember now. See? Yeah, they still. Oh, yeah, they do hear me. That's crazy. See, just so many guns that I can't even. No, baby, you can stay. Minors ain't allowed to be around guns and video and at the same time. Means you're underage. All right, y'all are still on. So, just a gun for reference that. Like, and I hope YouTube's okay with this, I guess. For what it's worth, these used to be $2.99. If a Canic, I really hope these are still $2.99. And I think they have a subcompact version of this. I think they have a subcompact version of this that you can get for like $330, $300 something. And hopefully I'm allowed to talk about this stuff. But the Canic TP9, this one's the SA. They have an SFX, a competition one. Out of the box, trigger, fucking so smooth. The trigger on this thing is better than a Glock's. But like a Glock, I just know works, man. I know they're super reliable. I don't think they'd hit the whole channel, but they would maybe hit the live. I don't know. Yeah, they're a little bit weird on this stuff, but I try my best not to. It is what it is. You want to show other guy? I'd love to on there. So back in the day, I mean, I'm pretty passionate about it anyways, but I'm pretty experienced with it. I used to just build ARs all the time, and especially back when I think it was the first time Trump got into office and everything. But Palmetto State Armory, trying to think of all the companies. There's like Davidson Defense. There's a handful of other. There's another one I built a few ARs from, and you just buy these build kits, and you could build the AR plus, and then just go buy the lower, and you can go find an Anderson or a Aero Precision or something like that, a lower, which is the actual firearm. You need to go up to an actual dealer for that, and you can buy those for $60 to $100, or sometimes they're on sale for like $45, and I'd stock up on them. And then I also was like huge into buy, selling, and trading firearms, and I was just, 1 year bought, traded, and just made a bunch of money, and for the most part, just trying to make money. More or less, I just enjoy the firearms and stuff like that over making the money. And it went through like one year, it was like 100-something guns that ended up trading a few for a boat at one point, traded a few for a motorcycle. So it was just a lot of fun and stuff like that. But building the ARs is my favorite part. I'd build those, and you could build the whole AR for like $350, $300 to $350. AR pistols and stuff like that too. And then I would flip them. I'd either trade them for something that's worth more, or I'd sell them for like $500 to $600. And people were always cool about that, because I'm like, hey, dude, you're getting a deal on an AR. If you don't like the quality, tell me, and we won't make the transaction or whatever. We won't sell it in state. All you need is a bill of sale. So it was a lot of fun doing that, and you get to meet a lot of people doing that too. But I need your help on. I do carry brooms. I do carry pretty often when I'm at work. Jaden, how's it going, brother? Happy Thanksgiving. Let me see real quick. When I'm working, a 43X is what I typically carry. It's the most comfortable one on the side. That's me. If I don't know if this might be a good idea, but I need your help on this since I have smart light bulbs and I control my own weight. Do I still need a TLC? Yeah. What kind of housing you got and everything to even do that? Well, I know, yeah, I kind of figured what you were getting at with that, but the smart light bulbs and stuff. So that'd be weird because you wouldn't really need a traffic light. You wouldn't need a controller if you have one where you can control the lights. Like if you're talking about like those Philips smart LEDs and stuff. And then if you had a housing where it's the old style where you just screw in the light bulb, you can make it work. But I don't know how like the automate. I've never tried that with those kind of bulbs or anything. So I don't know how fluent you would get with what you would want to make them like cycle the way this one is. So I like it with the controller and everything because then it's just plug it in, it works, and I don't have to think about it anymore. Those smart bulbs and stuff like that, and that's efficient. That ain't ever going to cost any money. These LEDs and stuff like that, they're all the Durasig, pretty cheap to run that traffic light forever if I wanted to and plug it in. Yeah, them Philip bulbs and stuff, they're cool and everything.
I need to show you something.
Oh, yeah, it's adorable. Show them what you did. She made her stocking. Thank you. I just brain farted. That disappeared out of my mind. What that is? That's real cute.
And then I write my name. Baileich.
Yep. Crazy way to spell Bailey, but there we are with it.
I like to spell it somehow. I like to spell it Baileich, and then I like to spell it Bailey.
Yep, that's how other people usually have Bailey on there. That's awesome. Fist bump. Love it.
It's cute.
We're gonna have to fill it up. We're gonna have to put some stuff in it.
That will supposed to be orange.
Oh, well, go color it. Good job. Amazing Christmas stocking. I agree. Love you too. And yes, Sam, I know you asked about Knip tools. Knip tools are really good, but they're expensive. You know, I'll say that. I do need to make a video on. What I'd like to do is go to like these different department stores and make a video for each one of like a tool bag, filling up the tool bag, and then maybe giving away the tool bag. Honestly, that one video, it may have done well enough where I need to send somebody a tool bag on there. I got to work out this giveaway stuff and how to pick a user because I want to do it off of YouTube and everything and not off of like a different social media app. And send, but that's so easy. I can just Amazon it straight to somebody for this stuff. But like Harbor Freight, they have the majority of the tools that are semi-comparable that will get somebody started very well inside of Harbor Freight. So like good video, I can go in there, film everything I would do, fill up the buggy, and like here's all the hand tools you need. This as an apprentice will not get you bitched at, you know. If you pop up with this on day one or on week 2 or whatever, like you're gonna impress the hell out your boss, and they're gonna be happy that you showed up with all your tools versus the people that drag ass on getting their tools and everything like that. And you don't have to spend a fortune, you know. If you go to Lowe's and Home Depot and you buy all the Klein tools, Knip tools, and things like that. Happy Thanksgiving, Actual AI. I appreciate you for hanging out with us today. But if you can go an affordable route and get all them tools, and I don't prefer usually ordering. There's certain stuff you can order online and find some deals with, like Friday shopping is right now or whatever too. So this is like prime time of the year to go fill up your tool bag, get everything you need, It's my recommendations all the time. Usually maybe Lowe's you can find the stuff, but Harbor Freight usually has a pretty good deal on just their normal prices on a lot of the tools you would want to work with every day. So, and it's maybe going to be a little over $100 or so, maybe a little bit more to like pack the bag and impress your boss for the most part. But it's what you want to do when you show up to work is have your tools ready to go. How much will it cost to put a new signal on a pedestal? In the video you posted earlier, do you want to get a pedestal signal head with a countdown timer to go with the signal behind you? We actually had one on our shop that has like it's a smaller head. It's like a 8-inch. It's a 3-section head with 8-inch LEDs and sitting on a pedestal. That's a nice decoration one. Oh, we got to show both. All right, here's Avery's.
So camera.
Yep. Avery, look at yours.
So cute. I have one.
Yeah.
I have a key.
I like how you went outside the lines and did like this outline thing. It's real cool and unique.
Yeah. Are you going to be in the episode?
Yeah, here in a little bit.
Daddy, can I stay with you?
No, baby.
Daddy, I think you're not
Well, I'm gonna be with y'all here in a little bit. Did y'all ever go sit by the fire more?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad y'all did.
It
Mama needs your help.
felt good.
Good deal.
It's really good. It's 41 degrees.
It's 41 out there. I thought it was gonna warm up. I was hoping it was.
But we don't know when.
Yeah, almost never now. This winter ain't been too bad yet.
Oh, I'm going to get
Cool
bad.
and unique. I know, right? Love it.
I'm going to get bad.
Yeah, it may get cold. I almost
It's
gonna say.
my snow.
Probably ain't gonna snow, but love you. Go to mama.
Love you.
Thank you, Bruins. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah. Use your Black Friday sale tomorrow at Harbor Freight if you're a member. I love Cobalt tools. So I got a lawnmower, weed eater, and a blower, all Cobalt tools. See, I'll get real distracted and talking about some stuff. But so they're already at the 24-volt batteries and stuff. I'm tempted to buy the the cordless tool set, but I have a Ryobi set for like personal stuff here at the house and everything that works pretty well. But I really don't want to go with DeWalt again. You know, we use them for the company and they're more expensive and I just don't know if the quality's that much better. Milwaukee I always hear good things about. But for Cobalt, I can get like all the tools I would want. They're all brushless for like $250. And then the main extra thing I want to do with the truck too is there's these like foldable toolboxes that can come out the side of the fenders or like in the bed of the truck. Or I can put a set of power tools in one and then put some signal equipment and stuff like that in the other. Just put like load cells and card rack power supplies, like little things like that or whatever in the other. Yeah, right. Yeah, the matrix style weapon rack, that'd be pretty cool. There. I do not have a pedestrian head here with me. I'd be easy to get an insert and everything and do the countdown. And you can do a countdown. You can get like a signal timer, and it's in the LED itself that will program your countdown. But you just got to have it where you can have a flash on the hand control mode, you know, so like where it kind of bounces on that. So, but I want to say you can find like certain controllers or microcontrollers and stuff like that you can find that would set up and program the countdown as well. But in the head itself is how the countdown actually gets programmed into the flash or into the LED insert. You know, it's not by that controller. Like a traffic signal controller, that pedestrian clear time that you put on it, the first cycle, when it goes through, that LED is going to flash its hand, and it's going to flash it once per second. And then that LED is going to recognize that it flashed 20 times because you got your clear time for 20 seconds. And then the next cycle, you're going to have a 20-second countdown because it knows how much it should be doing on there. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty ingenious way of how those LEDs are set up and everything. and how, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you need a specific controller for it. And it's like, no, but if you have the insert, you don't need a specific controller, but you do need a controller that's going to flash it on the second mode. Then you can get your countdown and everything, and then keep that continuous cycle. Pretty cool stuff. Eduardo, have a great Thanksgiving, brother. I'm glad you can hang out with us today. Yeah, Milwaukee definitely does have all that, like, specialty stuff. Yeah, I'm going to need an Opticom system for that bat. Yeah, dude, I agree. I do got to make a video on that soon. Not on an Opticom emitter, but I have the glance unit. And I got that hooked up in my truck and everything. I do plan on making that video maybe next week. I'll make it. Or coming up soon. I'm going to go out there and drive. I've been almost waiting to do it because my damn registration for the truck I bought just came in. I was just able to get the tag yesterday or Tuesday, I believe. So that's been like a pain in the butt. I don't want to go through activating all the signals and then get like pulled over because I got no damn license plate or anything on the back yet. So, you know, but I got all that going now. So now I'm free where I'm going to go drive down there and actually be fine. I'll be fine driving around on it, but I always have this motto, and it's not illegal what I'd be doing and filming and getting the content and just kind of showing and like making sure the systems are working and then educating people on the systems. None of that's illegal either, but I don't want to raise two concerns at the same time. So I wanted that registration getting done on the tag on the truck working. Feeling her. No, I'm just kidding. That area was pretty good. Well, new traffic lights. New traffic light there have a wow aspect for autonomous vehicle. In the Mississippi Gulf Coast, doubt it. Doubt we're going to see any of that anytime soon. There has been, so that's already been kind of a thing for like trolleys, and I don't even think for public transportation. Usually if they're behind schedule, like a public transportation bus, if they're behind schedule, they can use an Opticom or the glance unit or however to get the preemption so they can be on time. But I'm not a big fan of changing up that for autonomous vehicles while we still have, like, you need more infrastructure change for the autonomous vehicles than just adding another light or an LED to the heads. And the places that are already jumping and doing that, I think they're going against the MUTCD and everything too. So really, I mean, they're taking a big liability jump and risk by doing so. You would hate to have to lift a doghouse or 5-lens signal. They seem so large. So the poly heads that are the doghouse or the 5-section heads, 4-section heads, whatever you're trying to do. If they're the plastic ones, ain't nothing to it. If they're the old metal ones or the programmable heads that have like the lenses that, the programmable lenses and stuff like that, those are heavy. And yeah, doghouse one, man, I cut down like a 3-section head one and learned my lesson. And like, I was that thing was about ready to pull me out the bucket with it. I was like, holy shit, this thing's heavy. I'm glad I had a good grip on it. And then I was like, all right, we got to tie it to the jib of the truck or tie it first before cutting this damn thing down. So but then that was years and years ago. Those things, I got one in the garage too. That thing's at least $1, about 100 pounds or so. That thing's freaking heavy. Do all traffic light engineers duck for cover when a Swift truck? Yeah, we sure do. Are you okay with Milwaukee power tools and hand tools? I don't want to say it's an issue, it's a preference, but the way it lines up, the only one I really try, I like the Klein wire strippers more. And then, no, I'm good. I don't want no Kit Kat. Thank you, though. You look adorable in your star outfit. Thank you. Their power tools have always seemed really good. So I'll say that, especially they're like, I think it's the 12-volt lineup for what it's worth and how compact they are. Seems like they're crazy good. And the hand tools, though, I haven't been jumping on board with yet. And I think it's preference, but I've just used a lot of like Klein tools on certain things that I like, and the crimpers of where like the insulated and the non-insulated crimp side of the tool is, I think it's reversed on the Milwaukee ones. Could be wrong though, and if they're not, then, but either way, the handles on them I don't like as much as the Klein, especially on the strippers. Like Milwaukee's are straight on the, and I don't have the set, my tools are in the truck, but Milwaukee has a straight handled wire stripper, and I like using the manual, not that automatic pair. But it's not comfortable in the hand the same way. The Klein has like a curve where it fits in the palm of my hand real well, and then you close and crimp, or not crimp, but strip. So, you know, 10-4 Jovette, dude, I appreciate you hanging out for a little bit, and I'm not too far behind you. The camera's at like 10%, so I'm about to be hopping off here in a moment anyways. And then, but stay tuned. We'll hopefully hop on later and get on to Arc Raiders. And yeah, we've been live for, I think, 2 hours now, a little over 2 hours. Does Mississippi require all intersections to have curved mast arms? No. It's really up to the engineer and what they pick. But curved is probably the most typical that you'll see. For a little bit, they were jumping to straight arms. And I don't know why it seems like they've jumped back to the curved ones. And really and truly, too, they'll get with the different manufacturers and see what they need to come up with, because it's going to be, the engineer kind of specs out what they want, and then the pole manufacturer, they get sent the information, and then the pole manufacturer comes up with the, I'm not going to say they come up with a design, but kind of almost like the pole manufacturer is going to set in place what they need for what they're doing today. We are going to be enjoying some Thanksgiving, I say dinner, but I'm hoping this stuff's done by like 1 o'clock or so, and we're chowing down by then. But enjoying Thanksgiving, and then maybe going live and playing some video games a little bit later with you guys. I gotta get out there and film a few videos. And look at you now popping up with a scooter. So, how would AI affect my job, if at all? It would hopefully make, so it's already doing some more with, like, they're implementing more AI to do more of the traffic studies, the vehicle counts, and maybe like the expected green times in different times of the days and stuff. So it's kind of really helping the engineering side of everything right now. I haven't seen anything with AI on the manufacturing or the, not manufacturing, of devices and stuff like that hugely. It's jumping to. They're doing crazy things with AI and like making things a little bit easier and a little less where people have to keep, handling some of the products in the manufacturing side, and that they're just able to pump out massive amounts of volume with it. But on the building side, the construction side, I haven't seen anything of AI being able to take over that stuff. It's strictly, still people doing the construction work. People got to pour the concrete, got to build the cages, there ain't been much automation into the construction of the traffic lights yet. So I don't think it would impact that side of stuff, which now again, the job's going to be all content creation and my life and educational stuff on the traffic signals and things like that. So I would be looking forward to seeing, I'm sure if in China or somewhere like that, and I'd love to visit and see how they do their stuff there too. But I'm sure AI will end up being an impact on it for sure. But right now, no changes for the most part. Cool, brother. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for it, man. So it's the Klein one. I'm trying to think. I don't know the model number of the Klein wire crimper that I have, and it's the smaller, for the hand tools. They're just doing like terminal connections and stuff like that. The big two-handed ones, we have like a hydraulic press stuff that we would do for some of this stuff. But we don't break that out for the cable sizes we use in the signal related systems. So, but yeah, I wouldn't doubt it on there. I know Klein does a handful. I know they do pretty good rated tools and everything. Yeah, I agree. Utah's got some cool stuff going out. Whenever I went up to Wavetronics, I seen it. Obviously, their stuff that they're pumping out, and always love all the products and everything that Wavetronics has ever pushed out. I think it's just durable and user friendly and just easier to deal with. And I mean, again, you set up these systems and shouldn't have to worry about it again for the next decade. And obviously, you get out from ground sensors that are in the asphalt where you gotta, every time you tear up the road, you gotta redo the sensors and things. You put them up on the pole. It's great for that. Radars work super efficient, especially against like cameras, where cameras get impacted by weather conditions. Sun glare is dreadful on cameras, where radar is the only time I've ever seen an issue is like fog where you can't see 8 feet in front of you. China doesn't have traffic lights and a lot of the intersections. Yeah, again, so I'm outside of just traffic lights. I'm into the traffic infrastructure and seeing what they would be doing there. I think it'd be really cool, especially to handle the demand of traffic that China does have that we just don't have almost anything comparable to. Awesome. Oh yeah, right. But with that, we're gonna hop off for a little bit. I'm gonna hit y'all with an advertisement. But either way, I do appreciate y'all sticking around, hanging out with me for this 133 minutes that we've been live. Y'all are freaking awesome, and I hope y'all have an incredible Thanksgiving, and I hope to see y'all here in a little while we play some Arc Raiders. I'm excited. Peace out, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.